Yes. Yes, indeed. So if you are now hearing the smooth, sultry sounds in the background, that means you are in the right place at the right time. Our Dallas Cowboys took on the Las Vegas Raiders on last night. And folks, no, I'm not sipping any Kool-Aid, but I will tell you I was impressed by what I saw on last night. So y'all go ahead and sit tight, grab whatever it is that you need, your favorite libation, whether it's a little smoke. If not, I got something for you. But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead and rock this thing out tonight. Be with y'all for a little while, not too long, because unfortunately work is tomorrow. And your boy fought through last night, fought hard, man, with Boss Cowboy. We stayed in that thing late. I ain't get to bed till about 2:30 and then popped up this morning. So y'all go ahead and sit tight while your boy Mr. Amp get right. Oh yeah, it's about that time. And I got some things I want to put on your mind. So without further ado, it's time for me and them boys to shine. Yeah! Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned in to yours truly, Mr. Always Making Plays, courtesy of Amp Sports Live. Slow It Down Sunday edition. I'm going to tell y'all, it was a struggle last night. It was indeed a struggle last night. If y'all don't know nothing about Amp, I live on the East Coast. So for me, the game started at 10 p.m., okay? That's usually about the time that, I done ate dinner, the itis kicking in. I'm yawning, and I'm ready to snuggle up and get to it, But we had business to take care of. We had a squad to watch, and a squad we did watch indeed. And on last night, what a difference a week makes, y'all, because I saw a team that looked much improved all around than how they looked week 1 versus the Rams. Now, there were some standouts in that Rams game. Some guys who made some noise and elevated their stock. But on last night, you could tell that guys were really locked in. They were focused. And honestly and truthfully, they were trying to stamp their spot on the squad. So, first and foremost, now I know y'all gonna hate me for the statement that I'm about to make. First and foremost, I want to take my hat off to the Jones family and management. And I know you're saying, God dang, Am, what? Yeah, that requires one of these. I'm giving credit to the Jones family. I know we beat them up quite a lot, but I am giving them credit for seeing a need and going ahead and taking care of it. We were looking a little shaky already, even pre-draft, post-draft, pre-OTAs, post-OTAs, pre-camp, and during camp. We were already shaky in our defensive line with the departing of Dorrance Armstrong and his name is slipping me. Our other edge, Dante Fowler. So we were already a little slim, but we did draft some guys in, and they did give some attention to the line, and we picked up Marshawn Nealon, and we're gonna talk about him later too, so y'all stick around. But I'm applauding the Jones family on this evening because after that practice with the Rams, they said, okay, hold on, something is not right, and we need to go ahead and bring some more big back, big back, big back, big back. Definitely had to bring some big backs up in the room. You got Lawson, you got Jordan Phillips, and I am 100% satisfied with them going ahead and making that move. Oh, shout out to my dog Heavy Chevy in the building. Man, good to see you, bro. Keep cooking that content, man. Keep cooking it, bro. I see you working, man. Salute to you. But yeah, you went ahead and brought some big bodies in the building. You went ahead and got rid of Carl Winslow. What's his face? I don't even remember his last name. Nonetheless, after I watched the tape of Jordan Phillips, I was thoroughly pleased. You are getting not only a seasoned vet in the game, you're getting a big body. You're getting somebody who will be able to give Mozzie some assistance, We know his first year was not the prettiest for him, but you have somebody who is knowledgeable, also versatile. He pretty much plays anywhere between the 1 to 5. So I'm thoroughly pleased with what I saw there. Y'all hold on for just a second. Amp's got to take care of some housekeeping. Yep, it is. Pardon me, y'all. I just was responding to my father. But yeah, you got some beef in there. That'll definitely help Mike Zimmer out in his rotation. I'm just pleased. And he looked good last night. Really, the whole majority, I would say majority of the defensive line looked good last night. I did say after week 1 that I wanted to see some more of Marshawn Nealon. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got that. We got more Nealon. And I was like, holy smokes. Not only, man, I'm going to have to call him like Marshawn the Barber or something like that, because the boy knows how to set an edge. I don't know if he has experience in barbering. Hell, I don't know if he's a landscaper, but that boy can set an edge. You hear me? I was thoroughly pleased with him. But even outside of that, a lot of us, me included, thought that he would just pretty much be able to provide assistance in the run game. But the man has upped his passing game. I mean, not quite the pressure you want to see, and he doesn't have, a full deck of cards as far as moves are concerned. But that brother there, he is going to, I promise you, he is going to provide quality minutes for your team this year. He will be an essential piece. Mark my words. Who else we got while we talking about D-line? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this disclaimer out there. I know he had a little goofy moment earlier this week with the pushing and shoving of the staff of the Rams, but Albert Huggins had a good game last night. He was very active. He was in on a lot of plays. If he wasn't assisting on the tackle, he was pushing his opposing offensive lineman closer to the ball carrier, closer to the quarterback. His nose was always somewhere around the ball. Hats off and salute to him. Even Denzel Jackson last night, I saw some promise in him as well. He looked better than he did the previous game. And for those who don't know, Mozzie did not make the trip, unfortunately, because he was dealing with some sort of allergic reaction, from what I'm hearing. He did get the treatment that he needed, and from what I'm hearing, he is on the mend. Should be back at practice sometime this week. But yes, your defensive line looked good. They were getting pushed, and they were making a very, very, very easy job for your linebackers. It was clean. Your linebackers were able to see, they were able to read, they were able to react, they were able to flow. Now, excuse me, y'all, let me adjust this sound. Pardon me. Yeah. Turn it down so y'all can hear me. But yeah, they made the job easier for your linebackers, and guess what? Your linebackers returned dividends. I was a little concerned after the first game. Didn't see a whole lot of Maris Leofow, but I got to lay my eyes on him last night, and the brother shows promise as well. Now I will say he was not as impressive to me as what I have been hearing coming out of camp. Now, I'm not saying that to throw any shade. I'm not saying that to, be funny or anything, but he just didn't pop to me. He wasn't around the ball as much as I would have liked to see him. I grade my linebackers a little bit hard. You talking to a former linebacker here, so obviously Overshown did not play on last night, was not available. But I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is some thumpers. There's some thumpers on that defense. I saw a very physical style of play. That boy, Bell, boy, he will knock your grandma over if he gets an opportunity to. We had a Damian Wilson sighting. Seasoned vet. He definitely looked like he knew what he was doing. He wasn't getting caught up in any garbage, any trash. He was scraping and flowing and going. Hats off to him for a job well done for the time that he was in last night. So I'm going to call him AI Muhammad, but 92. Definitely looked good last night. Definitely looked good. Even, I'm going to say this. Tyrus Wheat actually looked good. He had a couple of plays last night where I was just like, okay, show me something. On the flip side, y'all tell me. I don't know what it is about Viliami Fiocco, but he just wasn't getting it for me. I don't know. I mean, I saw him getting pushed. He just has not been able to close. Now, I do know this. So, since he's been here, they've been playing with his weight. It's been up and down. So I don't know if maybe he may have lost some explosiveness, but he's not quite getting there. We didn't necessarily get home last night, but we were creating pressure for the backfield of the Raiders. Room for improvement. Definitely room for improvement. We got Craven Cowboys in the building. Y'all, I just listened to her show about an hour ago. She was dropping that knowledge. If you have not, go check her out. She is definitely a solid follow. Craven Cowboys. That is my girl, Mickey. The one thing I love about Mickey, I'm going to say this. I see a lot of myself in her. Vice versa, because we both started out in the chat together, okay? We were watching the content creators, and now we are the content creators. So just to anybody who is thinking about starting a channel, just go ahead and jump in, y'all. Me, I'm a little different. You know, I took my time like Noah, like Boss Cowboy said. I took my time like Noah to build the art to get this thing right. And it still ain't right. It's a work in progress. But I wanted to start off with a certain level of quality jumping out the gate. And guess what? It's only up from here, y'all. Amp is going to continue to get better. I know Craven is going to continue to get better. She is growing by the day. She's been doing some fantastic work. She even went out to Oxnard and was covering, had some hellified interviews with some key Cowboys players and coaches. So, hey, we are growing, y'all. New media, NU media is a real thing. And we coming at you like the Avengers, baby. Now, back to last night. It was so many individuals who stood out, and I was just like, oh. And yeah, I know I ain't talking about the obvious yet. We gonna get there. We are gonna get there. I ain't even gonna mention Trey's name, but we gonna get there, okay? Shifting gears now, I want to go from line to line. Your offensive line looked okay last night. And they definitely gave your quarterback time to do his thing. He looked to be a little bit more comfortable. And your running game popped. It popped, Joe. I was like, boy, that is a free man right there. Not only a free man, but a grown man. I saw him ducking his shoulder, right? Running folks over. But the one thing I also appreciate is the fact that even after contact, they teach you. Contact is made. Don't stop moving your legs. You stop moving your legs, that's like driving your car and you turn the ignition switch while you in motion. It don't make sense. I see a lot of backs do that, unfortunately. But for the way this team is built, for the line that we have, it will be imperative. We always talk about receivers and yards after the catch or yards after contact. Your running back yards after contact is extremely important. I saw Freeman doing that last night. I saw Deuce doing it last night. Not so much Malik Davis, but Deuce, that boy, he hit that left analog button and whoop, 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 and he ducked the shoulder. And I saw him active in a play where he was I believe Trey Lance was scrambling. And just seeing him being aggressive and throwing the block, I was like, dude, little man, like, come on, dog. Like, I like the fight that I saw from him, and I said it last night jokingly, but I said I don't know exactly what the conversation went like, but I can guarantee you Deuce Vaughn's daddy pulled him to the side and said, hey, son, you need to get your together because they're going to cut your, okay? And I know he had been dealing with the injury or whatever, and he hadn't been able to be on the field and active in training camp as we had liked for him to. But that appears to be behind him now. I don't know what he did. He must be saw the same trainer that was stretching Zach Thomas's ass muscles back in Hard Knocks a couple years ago. But that boy there got his act together. You hear me? But yeah, man, I was disappointed after week 1 because I said, God damn, what is this? Am I watching the Trey Lance show? And quite honestly, week 1, y'all, it was not a very good show. If it was up to me, after week 1, that show would have been canceled. But guess what, y'all? We made it to episode 2. And that boy showed some promise. You hear me? He showed some promise. He was poised. He was calm. The game seemed like it slowed down for him. He was reading the field. He was decisive in his decision making. Shout out to my dog B Bird in the building. What's happening? Salute to you, man. He was decisive last night. I was thoroughly impressed. Now, obviously, he ain't QB1. But I think he might be starting to make a push towards Mr. Rush. Now, in Cooper Rush's defense, yes, I know we got to see his body of work a couple years ago. He played a little bit more this game than he did in the first game, but I'm going to tell you like this. What have you done for me lately? Now, granted, he hasn't been given as many opportunities as Trey Lance, but he also shouldn't need as many opportunities as Trey Lance, just off of sheer experience. Cooper Rush has played in double the NFL games that Trey Lance has, in actual real games at that. So, I don't know what the Cowboys' idea and philosophy is behind that. I don't know if Trey is still a project for them or if they're really seeing if he can potentially push Cooper Rush for that second spot. I don't know. One can only speculate. But, again, you're running at halftime, okay? At halftime. Total, we had 114 yards. Trey Lance had 34 of them. Okay? Trey didn't even run in the second half. First off, clap to him for that because that seems to be a crutch for him because he knows he can do it. So if he gets in trouble, yes, use your legs. But I saw somebody last night who actually challenged themselves and said, you know what? I'm not going to run. I'm going to make the throw. And in the second half, he did that. And he was hitting boys. He was hitting boys, and that damn touch pass to Flournoy, it was a thing of beauty. Now, I believe it was Common Sense who brought this up last night while we were live, but Trey Lance appears to be more accurate when he's throwing to his right. I'm going to have to go look at the film and actually confirm that, but hopefully he'll be able to develop a left as well, you know. Luke Schoolmaker, I need you to come to the front of the congregation, sir. Now, Jerry and Stevens spent some good draft capital on you, sir. Fergie has been doing his thing, right? Made us forget all about Dalton Schultz. But we need you to step up, sir. When the ball hits you in the hands, we need you to catch it. When the run is coming your side, we need you to assist that in. We need you to assist that tackle and locking that in to further help set that edge. I saw somebody who, quite honestly, was failing at what was even supposed to be his strength, and that's blocking. Now, I'm going to grind the tape again, and I'm going to give him a fair shot. I could do a video later this week that's saying, hey, I was completely wrong about Luke. But we need him to step up. You will not find Amp rooting against Cowboys players because I don't want them to take the spot of a favorite that I have. What kind of Cowboy fan would I be if I did that? Now, I know there's some out there who do that, but I ain't him. I'm a different him. So, while we talking tight ends, that damn JSJ. He's getting there. He's getting there. He ain't there, but he's getting there. I want to see him be a little bit more committed, be a little bit more physical in the running game. Obviously, he's got the hands. Obviously, he knows how to run routes. I need him to develop. If he can do that, he will lock up. He will lock up TE2. I can almost book it. Now, that damn Princeton fan. That is a big damn boy. You hear me? A big boy. If the Cowboys can get him up to speed, he's almost like half fullback, half tight end. He's like a damn bowling ball. And I honestly again, and I started this out by giving credit to Steven and Jerry for the player acquisition. We get talent. I just want to see us do two things. The acquisition of talent is no problem for us. It's the cultivation and the utilization of said talent is where we sometimes drop the ball. That's where we drop the ball. We get the talent. You look at us on paper, and it's like, okay, they might be doing something. And then, a season comes and goes, and you look at the what ifs, the why nots, the how comes. See, the what ifs, the what nots, the why nots, and the how comes is the difference between us and San Francisco. It's the difference between us and the Rams. It's the difference between us and Green Bay. So, though overall I am pleased with the way and the direction this team is trending, I would be remiss if I did not say there's definitely room for improvement across the board. Now, I don't, with only one preseason game left, I don't believe you will see Hunter Luepke. I'm pretty much sure you can almost book the fact that he has that spot locked up and sold up. Yeah, Mickey, yeah. The blocking, but yeah, now, as much as I saw that I was pleased with, there was some things that I was not pleased with. We were in Vegas. You might have had some folks who crapped out last night. And shout out to BJG, but Built Different put up a post that simply said Jalen Dropper. I saw that and it had me in tears, y'all. I said, Jalen Dropper? Lord help the church. That boy not only fumbled the ball, then he was dropping passes on top of it. And with the competition that's in that room, you don't have that margin of error, dog. You don't. You don't. You do not. It ain't. Because you'll be here today and gone tomorrow. They will ship your ass up out of here. Yeah, Mickey. I mean, so far prior to that, he was looking good, and he just had a moment. I was like, "Oh." So, Brooks was Brooks. Again, Flournoy. I know he has been battling injury, but he's trending upward. He's trending upward. I like his frame, the size. If he can be a sure catcher of the ball, I like him to be in. And the vision that I had for him is kind of the vision that we had with Dez years ago. You know, it's whatever in goal. And you just, big body go up and bring it down, And he did that. He did that. And again, kudos to Trey. He hit him with a touch pass, Looked like a world of difference compared to that pass he threw in the end zone last week. So, hey, what a difference a week makes. Who knows what he looks like on next week, And Ball said it last night, you're looking at somebody who could be, hey, couple of weeks away from definitely sliding into that 2 spot, So Cooper Rush might want to tighten up. He's got that young man breathing down his neck. He's hungry. He's focused. He's locked in. And they are definitely showing that they are giving him opportunities to try and win that spot. Now, something that we noticed last night. Before I say that, first and foremost, kudos to Mike Zimmer. I like to call him the Zim Master. But that young brother there, damn sure knows some football. And not only does he know football, but even in this very short time he has been with this team, he knows his players. Now, that's still going to be an evolving process throughout the course of the season, but he is learning his players. A lot of people were, especially mainstream media, was kind of down on the comments that Micah Parsons had made back over the summer about, he has an idea of what he wants to do with me, and I have an idea of what I want to do with myself, and, compromise this, that, and the third. Looked at me like Micah is bowing out gracefully, and he is trusting the experience, the knowledge, and the leadership of his defensive coordinator. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But the clips that I have seen from training camp, the man is like dog poop. He is all over the place. Like you really, this year, this season, teams are really going to have to check for 11. And just when you thought he was over there, now he over here. And just when you thought he was over here, now he in your face. And just when you thought he was in your face, now you're on your back. That's going to be 11's story this year. He will be a better all-around player because of Mike Zimmer. See, I made a video some time ago, one of my very first videos. And I said, before you can do any type of acquisition, you got to have a mission. Mission, acquisition, cultivation, utilization. That is how you build a championship team, ladies and gentlemen. And what we saw on last night is the very building blocks of that entire process. I saw the milk dry up from behind some of the mirrors on last night. And everybody thought Huggins was going to be gone after what he did. And last night he showed his value. He showed exactly why he is worth keeping on this team and keeping in that defensive line rotation. Because honestly and truthfully, I believe in a rotation. And I said this last night. I believe Mike Zimmer will be like I think I said Phil Jackson last night, but probably more like a Coach K. He's going to have a fast lineup. He's going to have a big lineup. He is playing musical chairs right now. And no matter how a team tries to attack his defense, he is always going to have a counter. To your point, Keystone, you will never be able to tell Mike Zimmer checkmate. You might be able to check him, but his comeback game will be the difference of why this team elevates the way it will this year. And I truly believe that this team will be led by your defense. And you still got jokers getting their hands on the ball. I am pleased. Second team was kicking their first team's ass, y'all. Can we clap it up for the second team defense? Y'all hold on for just a second. Yes, ma'am. 2 hours. No, it's okay. Leave it off and just let it ride like that. Yeah, I'm live though. Pardon me, y'all. I had my lasagna in the oven, and my wife was calling to ask me, how long this supposed to be in the oven? Yeah, your boy Amp is meal prepping for the week, so yeah, that's what that was all about. But nonetheless, man, yeah, Zimmer is going to be like a basketball coach. And Mickey, to your point, yes. After Osa has been wearing your ass out, and he decides to go to a bench for a minute, and then you get Jordan Phillips coming, and now he tag Uri, and now he gonna tag your ass. I love it. I love it. I don't think he is coming in here strictly for Mozzie support. I think that will be a part-time situation. Jordan Phillips, I've seen him in his utilization. Even in one game, he'll play multiple positions. So he may spell Mozzie a little bit. He may spell Osa a little bit. He may spell Nealon a little bit. I mean, y'all know your management staff, they like a good, versatile D lineman. Versatile player, period, but especially a good, versatile D lineman. And that's what he provides for you. He is not the most premium choice in run support, but in pass rush, that boy definitely get up that field. He does. I was pleased. Now let's get to you. Let's get to your secondary, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was a little disappointed in your cornerback room. Now that's twofold. One, we didn't quite get the pressure that I was hoping for. So at times the quarterback had a little too much time, I felt. But also in addition to that, your corners just seemed like they were a step or two slow last night. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was jet lag, difference in time, late game. I don't know. But they did not look fresh. They did not look as crisp as they did in the first game, or as good as they did in the first game. They started to clamp down more so towards the end of the game, but early on, their receivers were having their way with us. And I want to see that cleaned up a bit going into game 3. And I'm really unsure at this point. Carson has not done enough for me quite yet. I still want to see more from him. I know we got the new corner who came in and was traded for Nashawn Wright, Mr. Brooks. He showed some promise. He had a couple bad plays, but, I mean, you got to think the guy's been here, not even a full week? And you went ahead and suited him up and threw him out there. So, considering the situation at hand, I'll give him a pass this week. But I definitely want to see that brother step up on next week if he's going to have a chance to make this team. But your damn safeties. Whew. Whew. That there, here. Dilly. Your safeties did what they were supposed to. Booth. Yeah, I say Brooks. Booth. I'm sorry. Pardon me with the names. I'll probably, we got another week or two before we do a data dump, and some of these guys won't even matter, unfortunately. But your secondary, man, that, I said it earlier, that Bell is a thumper. Keymon Hall, that boy snatched a soul last night when he grabbed that ball. So much so I done made a short out of it, and I done watched it about 12 times my damn self, just because looking at him, how he broke on the ball, and then after he broke on the ball, that boy just accelerated until he got into the end zone. He showed some great speed. He's got soft hands. Again, was able to anticipate the route, jump it. He gambled. I'm comfortable with that. He was comfortable enough with it to trust himself, to trust his instincts, and he got a pick 6 out of it. So he is definitely stock up. Someone else who I saw last night that kind of caught my eye was Josh DeBerry. He showed me some things as well. Definitely pleased with him. Now, someone once asked the question, what's in the name, right? But that damn Julius Wood, y'all, he's got the right name, because the boy be bringing the wood. Pause. He is a thumper. He's a thumper. He's got great speed. He reads well, very instinctive, quick reaction. He definitely trended up last night. Kudos to him. Let me see who we got up in here. Man, we got my dog. Y'all hear me out. We got my dog Keystone in the building. We got my guy A-Dot in the building. What's good with y'all? Glad to have everybody here on tonight. While y'all are in the building, do your boy Amp a solid. Hit the like button. Share it with your Cowboys, homeboys, and homegirls. Share it with your friends, your families, your foes as well. Send it to them sickening ass co-workers you got that won't stop talking about your Cowboys. Yeah, send it to them too. But I appreciate y'all for joining me on this Slow It Down Sunday episode with yours truly, Mr. Always Making Plays. But yeah, this very well may be the most talented defense on paper that Mike Zimmer has ever had. Another individual who deserves a round of applause on tonight, he does not get enough credit, y'all, and that is the brother Al Harris. Al Harris deserves a round of applause because he is doing some wonders. I'm glad management did what they had to do to keep him on the roster for this season. That brother has got the unit looking so solid. So solid. Who else we got? Oh, yeah, another one I was not pleased with. I don't know. It's looking kind of dim for that brother Eric Scott. Y'all go ahead and put a Bolo APB out for that brother. I don't know. I know he was a draft pick from a year ago or whatever. Unfortunately, his sponsor is no longer in the building. And quite frankly, this preseason, I have not seen him make enough plays. I'm just being honest. You know, this is AMP Sports. In case you don't know, AMP stands for always making plays. But unfortunately, I ain't seen the brother make no plays. If somebody has some plays of Eric Scott, send it to my inbox, please. Because I ain't seeing it. But yeah, again, you know, overall, the team looked more polished on last night. We still got to figure some things out with the O-line rotation. Indeed. And I know we've been banged up. And they were playing musical chairs last night. It was kind of hard to keep up with who was where. I have not really sat down and taken notes looking at the film, but when I get off with y'all tonight, I'm going to grab me a little snack. I'm going to take that lasagna out the oven, and I'm going to get to it and, build some content for this week. But, man, I appreciate you. Oh, gosh. How could I forget? I forgot the brother's name who put it in the chat last night. But in case you all did not know, Brandon Aubrey's nickname, and it came on Boss Cowboys show last night. If you go rewatch it, I don't even remember what time of the game it was. It might have been after he booted that long kick. But one of the people in the chat said, Brandon Aubrey is now known as Brandon Aubrey-matic. And I thought that was so dope. The man is kicking field goals, y'all, from the damn parking lot. He was standing next to the valets when he kicked that damn ball. I was like, oh, my God. And they didn't hesitate. It wasn't no, we got to call a timeout and think about if we want to put him out here or if we want to try and, push for a Hail Mary or whatever. No. They said, all right, BA, go ahead, dog. The man stood back there cool, calm, and collective like it was a chip shot, and it had room. He might have booted it from 70. So that's good to know. That's good to have in your back pocket. Hey, should we find ourselves in a fourth or whatever situation and we happen to be on our own 40, hell, Brandon, go out there, dog. Go ahead and kick it, man. But, hey, I told you I was not going to be before y'all long. Time was well spent last night. Again, did not get to bed until 2:30 this morning. Yeah, agree. He is the best since Dan. Yeah, that. Now, I will say, what was his name? I saw him live. Brett Maher, barely Brett. He wouldn't miss from point blank range, but he too would hit it from the parking lot. I was at a Cowboys Eagles game back in 2019, and right before the half, he was at midfield, and he put it in and had room to spare. So, but yeah, Brandon Aubrey definitely in the ballot for MVP honors on last night with that performance. Again, good to know, good to have in your back pocket going forward throughout the season. With that, I also believe that this team will more than likely probably be top 5 in points this year. I think that's a safe bet. And what I'm also hoping and leaning on and betting on is the fact that Mike McCarthy plays a more complementary style offense this year. Okay? He definitely made the adjustments from last week to this week. You got to see your running backs. Look, we talked about it last night. We debated it. You know, everybody brought up some great points. But behind Zeke and Rico, after last night, I'm a little bit more confused. I'm giving the edge to Deuce, and the only reason I'm giving the edge to Deuce is just because of style. Freeman is a bruiser back. He's almost like a Zeke duplicate. Not saying he's Zeke, but style-wise, right? So with that being said, Deuce gives us that zip, that lightning. We got Thunder, and we got Hunter Luepke as well, so he too is a Thunderback. Not somebody who's going to run past you or burn you, but he gives you that punch. But Deuce just showed me last night why they brought him here in the first place. Okay? He was definitely the lightning flash last night. And I think that's going to be essential, especially after losing Tony Pollard this past all season. It definitely will be. Let's see. Let's check these comments out before I get up out of here. Mike McCarthy and Zim's working relationship is vital to this team. Oh, my God. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Agreed. Great comment, Mickey. It's going to have to be. But you got a situation just like last year. Your defensive coordinator is also a former head coach. So just having him here is so valuable because I think Mike McCarthy respects Zim enough to at least hear him out in certain situations. You've got a great offensive coordinator who will do it for you, but I think he will appreciate the experience and knowledge from Mike Zimmer pulling it. Hey, your slip showing, you know, as a courtesy. Not that I'm here trying to take your job, you know, whatever like that, but hey, I'm just trying to help you make you look good. You know, and I think our team will be better because of it. Great point, Mickey. 5 running backs last year. Let me see. I have the archives. I'm going to pull it up. Where you at? I love this I love this website, y'all. It's called ourlads.com. And I have been using it to kind of get an idea just based on sheer numbers of what we may do as we attempt to trim down to the 53. But if you go to this website, ourlads, OURLADS.com, it gives you archive dates of every month going back. Let me see how far I scroll down. It goes all the way back to June 1st of 2007, showing you the roster. So when I click on the September 1st, 2023, so that would have been right after the cuts in training camp last year. We had 1, 2, 3. So we had 4 active, and then how many did we have on the practice squad? And Malik Davis was on the practice squad. So 5 all together. So technically 3 running backs, a fullback, and then you had another running back on the practice squad. I think they may do something similar. They might even try and sneak a second running back onto the practice squad. It might even be 6 this year. Who knows? Especially considering the fact that, Rico has been banged up. Deuce has been banged up. Zeke, he's fresh now, but he can get banged up too, especially with the way that he plays. Oh, see, Mickey says, Craven says she used that site too. Helps with other teams. Exactly. It is so clutch. I'll be thinking about a guy and I get, slideways and sloppy with the names, and having that as a reference has been super helpful. Okay, man. Shout out to my dog, my brother. We got big time showing here. He says it's going to be hard for Deuce to make the team. It's possible. It's possible. I honestly think it just depends on the philosophy of the coaches and the style of play they want for this year. Ultimately, I think that's what it boils down to. Because Freeman showed you why he's worth keeping around. Deuce showed you why he's worth keeping around. Malik at times has shown you why he's worth keeping around. So, maybe preseason game 3 will be the tiebreaker. Who knows? Yeah, so I just had to look at my notes, make sure I covered everything. But again, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in this evening. It has been a pleasure. Like I said, last night was well spent. Did not get to bed until 2:30. Popped up this morning, went to church, came home, cut the grass, cooked dinner. Your boy Amp be putting in work. So, hey, I definitely got to recharge my body. Like I said, once I pull this lasagna out the oven, the last thing I will do is to grind out this film from yesterday. All 22 should be available now. I'm going to go ahead and look at it. But again, I appreciate y'all on yet another, and I'm going to toast y'all, Slow It Down Sunday edition with yours truly, Mr. Always Making Plays. As I close every show, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. Until next time, Cowboys Nation, y'all be blessed.